10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to call the September 25th, 2025 regular meeting of the Moraine City Council to order at 6 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Miss Allen?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Daugherty?
Here.
Miss Marcus?
Here.
Mr. Burchett?
Here.
Miss Witt?
Here.
Mayor Murphy?
Here. Now, would everyone join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, we would need to have a motion and vote to appoint Mr. Vitor as acting clerk this evening since Ms. Powell is not here.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Aaron Vitor as our clerk tonight in place of Karen.
Roll call, please.
Miss Witt?
Yes.
Miss Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Miss Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Daugherty?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes. And now, council has copies of the September 11th, 2025 special council meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Hearing none, they are approved as submitted. Council also has copies of the September 25th, 2025 regular council meeting minutes. Does anyone have any changes or corrections? Hearing none, they are submitted. Now we will go into public hearings. Anyone that wants to speak tonight needs to stand so that you may be sworn in on any of the subjects that's listed.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If so, please say I do. Thank you.
Okay, anyone speaking for or against this evening's public hearing items will have 3 minutes for comments. Now we will open the first public hearing.
Public hearing R0325, 2025, sorry. Zoning district change from R2 to B1 at 6844 Germantown Pike and additional land.
And I need to call this hearing, to open this hearing at this time. I would like to call the public hearing to order concerning R-03-2025 zoning district change from R2 to B1 at 6844 Germantown Pike and additional land.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Daugherty?
Yes.
Miss Marcus?
Yes.
Miss Witt?
Yes.
Miss Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. And we have, our city planner is going to present the first report.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So good evening. I do apologize for the many public hearings tonight, so please bear with me tonight. Today's public hearing case R-03-2025. This is a staff report from the Technical Review Committee. So the developer, A4 Real Estate Group, operated by Josh Allen, requests for a section of land encompassing 6844 Germantown Pike and additional land, which refers to 6888 Germantown Pike, which is shown in your packets, for a total of 1.5 acres for a zoning district change of R2 to B1. As shown on the rezoning exhibit, the boundaries of land requested are shown. At 6844 Germantown Pike, there's currently a vacant dwelling that's had numerous property concerns and is also presently a hazard for the neighbors as individuals have been reported breaking into the structure in addition to overgrowth issues surrounding the property. On the rezoning exhibit, there are B1 districts to the southwest of Germantown Pike, as well as additional B1 districts on South Union Road, which is where Ellerton Cemetery is, and the two church properties currently are located. There were some corrections made in your packets on that map as well for the proper R2 districts that were marked as B1. So I did want to make a note of that. Looking at the comprehensive plan for the future land use at that parcel, it indicates it as a single-family detached dwelling, or in Moraine zoning code, a R2 district. The Community Development Department has received numerous phone calls, emails, and letters, which were all given to you up to this date currently. I also include the distances of Dollar Generals to this location in your packet for a review. This would be the only Dollar General within the city limits of Moraine. As a result of the August 19th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting, the Planning Commission members that were present unanimously recommended for the application to be denied. So at this time, I'm going to have the applicant come up and speak and present regarding this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just sit up or down.
Thank you. Good evening, council. Thank you for your time and opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Josh Allen with A4 Real Estate Group. I'm here to request the rezone of the subject property from R2 to B1. As pointed out in the staff report, this area already has some B1 zoning, and we're just asking to expand that zoning a little bit further. I have a few slides that might help show some graphics of part of our presentation, but the first slide here is a map of the general area. The red dot in the middle is the subject site. The yellow ring is a 3-mile ring around the subject property. This is to show that there currently are no opportunities for businesses in that 3-mile circle that are national or have a bigger footprint than a single mom and pop location. So we're asking to change that and to add a little bit more of a business that can support this 3-mile ring, essentially. This second slide is shrunken in. It's a 1-mile ring on your screen. The red dot is still the site. What this also has done, it overlays the zoning map over top of the aerial image. So you can see all of the items that are text blocks that are orange are actual businesses operating currently in this 1-mile radius. The businesses, you can see, are kind of scattered throughout most of the different zoning districts, including the R2 district that we're asking to rezone from. The B1 district is in the red nearest the intersection, just a little further southwest of our site. That also has 2 indications of the local churches that are there. So what we're trying to do is just do this the right way, expand the zoning so that we properly can put in a business where there's already active businesses going on within the R2 district, existing. So the next slide shows this in a little bit more expansive view. 1-mile ring includes the zoning from Jefferson Township as well. And as you can see, there's a precedent up and down Route 4, Germantown Pike, of areas of business zones spread between other areas of residential zoning. So we picked this location specifically. You can kind of see this now more on the ground level. We picked this location because it specifically does not have any direct neighbors. So we're trying to keep the neighborhood in mind, where on either side of this piece of property, is there anybody's home? In fact, it's completely surrounded by woods. So we're trying to limit our disturbance with anybody that might live near there by picking this location. We also want to fill the void in the market there where there's not a convenience to everyday goods and food. So this, as you can see in that original slide, that 3-mile ring slide, there's nothing to quickly go stop in and grab your milk or your bread or anything like that. So that's what we're trying to fix in this case. This rezoning to a business will also create jobs, will create tax revenue. All things that are important to help the greater community and provide additional assets and resources. I understand there are some concerns with the development or the proposed rezoning. There's also some people that are very much for it as well. And I think you've gotten some of those emails as well as a few that are against. So we ask that you take in everyone's consideration, maybe just not people that are here right now. There was a similar zoning case in front of you not too long ago where there was a residential rezone to a business rezone that was already approved or that was approved for the Wawa gas station. So there's a precedent that has been made also with this same type of zoning change. So I just want to kind of bear that in mind as we consider all things in this request. Lastly, at the Planning Commission meeting, there's a lot of concerns and discussion around traffic. Completely understand that. And we have provided some information, including a traffic study of a similar development on a similar sized road that has actually has the exact same speed and almost the exact same count. In that particular instance, no improvements to the road was required by ODOT. In this case, ODOT is not the jurisdiction for this road, actually the city would be. And we've already offered to do a new study for traffic and make any corrections that might be needed from the city's viewpoint. So we understand all the concerns, but we're asking City Council to really consider this, given everything that has already been approved with the Wawa and the area out here that does not have any direct convenient business. We would like to help change that. So I'm here for any questions at any time, and so I guess I can sit down or take the questions now.
Does anyone have any questions for him?
I have one.
Sure.
Are they closing any Dollar Generals in this vicinity?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Because one of these says they're closing 100.
Yes, so there's a lot of false reporting out there. The 100 statement that a lot of people like to restate is 100 nationally.
Okay,
They have 20,000 stores currently, so closing 100 of them,
that's not,
it is a very small amount.
thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone else? Hey,
Thank you for your
Sam.
time, I appreciate it.
now we will have any opponents or proponents. So the first one we have to speak tonight is Doris Fisher. Please come to the podium. State your name and where you live, please.
My name is Doris Fisher. I live at 6919 Germantown Pike. First, I want to say we've been through this for however many weeks now. Our neighborhood is permeated with the stench of exploitation. They're just interested in what they think they can get out of it, don't really seem to care, can bring up studies about other areas. We are not other areas. This is our area. I'm concerned also, 100 store closures. He's talking about bringing jobs, bringing areas. What are those 100 store closures doing to those areas that they promised they were going to improve? Doesn't seem very concerned about that. I think I'd worry about the closures before opening up more stores. There's a 3-mile radius, 3-mile that he was showing with these businesses. Within those 3 miles that they're trying to serve, are there really enough people interested in this store that's going to support that? Or is it just going to show no support and later on we're going to end up with some blight closed in our area? But Dollar Generals, the way they build things, they're not very operable. People don't like to move into them. That's why you see places sit empty. We've got one at Germantown and Gettysburg. There's one in, Germantown. we are fine with driving up there. You know, nobody in our area is really that interested in it. We don't want the exploitation. We don't want the extra traffic. And it doesn't seem that what we're saying is getting through to them. They're just worried about exploiting what they can, where they can. It's not in our area's best interest. We have what we need. We're not interested. That's all I got to say.
Now we have Mary Getter. Please state your name and where you live.
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Mary Getter. I live at 6891 Germantown Pike. I own 2 parcels within 200 feet of the proposed rezoning site. State 4, we know, is a highly traveled roadway. Just last night, there was an accident on the corner of Hempel Road and Route 4. No injuries from what I understand. Mr. Allen stated at his first meeting and then again at this meeting that he expected no increase of traffic, that there was just going to be the normal volume of traffic on Route 4 to patron this Dollar General. But he didn't mention anything about creating an increase in traffic stoppage, slowdowns, congestion, and pullouts from that store, in and out of that store, between 2 intersections that already have extensive accident histories. I'm concerned about, of course, the possibility of crime, the additional noise and lighting, as well as the potential for lowering property values by any business in this area. And like Doris said, I'm more concerned with it after it gets rezoned B1 and the Dollar General is just like, well, this isn't working, then what could possibly be put in there? Contrary to what's been said in previous meetings, we don't live in a food desert. The USDA criteria for a food desert is a rural area where a substantial number of residents live more than 10 miles from a supermarket or a grocery store. There is a full-fledged grocery store 4 miles south. There are 2 Kroger stores within 7.5 miles, and there's a new grocery 5 miles on Gettysburg. The businesses Mr. Allen refers to that he pointed out are not retail businesses. Those are home-based businesses that are run out of people's homes. And the B1s that are already there that he's referring to, I have no idea where those came from. I believe they were zoned B1 for whatever reason when we were annexed from Jefferson Township. I have not quite been able to figure out the answers to those questions, but those B1s are houses as well. They're less than a half an acre, and there's no business that's going to probably ever go in there. So to compare those B1s with a B1 that he wants to put for a retail outlet, or to compare a retail outlet of a national chain to the home-based businesses, is to me misleading. Some people seem to think that this rezoning, that we're handicapped out there, that we're cursed somehow because we live out in the country. We moved out there because of that. We didn't want a grocery store and a dollar store and a bank and a post office and everything else across the street from us. That is why we moved out there. I don't want it, I don't need it, and I ask that you oppose this rezoning request. Thank you.
Now can I have Betsy Rainbolt? Please come up and give your name and address.
Hello, I'm Betsy Rainbolt. I live at 6879 Germantown Pike. I am 15 feet from the highway. We are like the original little house. Of course, there's going to be extra lighting due to this, extra pollution, extra trash. This is rural, this is agriculture. 4 miles this way, there's a Dollar General. 4 miles that way, there's a Dollar General. I don't know why, I don't comprehend why they need a Dollar General there. Now, being an accounting person, I understand wanting to open up new stores, make things progressive, but you're competing against yourself. And that's not good business sense. when you compete against yourself. And there's not the population there. You know, you're gonna take away from that store and take away from this store. In the state of Ohio, there's 150 stores that were brought into this state from 2017 to 2022. That's at 30 per year. We have Bellbrook and Troy, which they've closed. And those buildings just sit there empty. There's like an average of a 10-year lease. That's kind of average for Dollar General, not always. Numerous cities have put bans on how close that these stores can be because it's too congested with the Dollar Generals. And yes, some of these are larger cities, but there is a little village, Archbold, 3,000 people in that city or village, and they're saying there's too many. I'm against this B1. Like I said, it's going to affect me. That light across the road will be coming in like my bedroom. I know there's lighting requirements that they have to keep it at a certain level, but you can't tell me it won't be coming in my room. I just want to please ask you to vote for no for this. Thank you.
Could we have Kathy, is it Walker King?
Walk up to the podium.
Walk up?
Not the first time I've ever heard a joke similar to that. Good evening. Here we are again. Here we are as a community and you, our representatives, to listen to us decide whether or not to override the decision the zoning committee already made, instead of appealing to you on the idea of traffic concerns or trees cut down, of wildlife disturbed, or of the aesthetic of our community, or the lack of need or want for a Dollar General within 5 miles either way of another one. I'm going to give you some new information. I gave you guys a couple of packets to look at. Some information that sheds a light on our status as a community according to the Nextdoor website. Most of the Ellerton Moraine residents have the Nextdoor app, hence the reason I chose that. Our crime rate is 41% above the national average and 40% above the state average. While the numbers have decreased a bit, there's still significant room for improvement. Alternately, some interesting facts about Dollar General: they have a high rate of lawsuits and violations for which they are consistently seemingly to pay off or are in court for. Dollar General has been under scrutiny for shady business practices for selling expired products to the tune of $1.2 million. There are a multitude of OSHA violations. They're not able to keep their employees safe. Dollar General, and yet they want to employ us. Dollar General investors filed a class action lawsuit against Dollar General because they weren't told of chronically being understaffed, unsellable products, outdated and mispriced goods, and they are unable to effectively manage their inventory. There have been challenges with their payroll. They have been sued for overcharging their customers. There have been discrimination allegations that senior leadership had a pile of black candidates referred to as the, and I'm too proper to say, the N-word pile of people not to be chosen over white candidates, and they were systemic inequities regarding pay and promotions. So I ask you, the representatives of our city, is this what you want for us? Unsafe work environments, discriminatory practices, robbing the customers of their dollars? Who wants to be the person that's going to say, yes, I want that? With the numbers for Moraine already struggling, does this sound like the neighbor that you want to help us improve those numbers? Is this the neighbor that you want to have? Does this sound like the business that you'd like to have represent Moraine? Thank you.
Red Scott, please. State your name and your address, please.
Name's Brett Scott. I live at 6879 Germantown Pike. I'll do better. I am this house right here. And I don't see any forest between me and that rock. I'm really close to the road. And I'm going to see and hear everything from that parking lot, people yelling, don't forget the milk, the lights. I will see it all. We have an independent, which I didn't see it on his map. We have an independent Ma and Pa shop. It's a drive-through. And he is trying to even put a restaurant in that. Now, that would be Jefferson Township, but it's less than a half a mile away. I want City of Moraine to give a Ma and Pa shop a chance instead of giving it a multi-billion-dollar company that's going to take the money and send it out of state. Ma and Pa shop is going to be here, reinvest in their building, and probably sponsor Little Leagues. So there's nothing good about this Dollar General that is coming into our area. I'm glad I see the police and the fire department here because they have to sign off on this, I believe. When I was in the Board of Zoning Appeals, they had to sign off on anything that gets approved. I beg you not to just pencil whip this. That road needs a turn lane on and off. You're gonna have 18-wheelers pulling out of there, and there's no way they can get up in speed fast enough. We had an accident just the other night. So I'm telling you, I don't want this. And I hope that you give Ma and Pa a chance. Thank you.
Ernestine Byrne?
Byrne, yes.
Okay.
My name is Ernestine Byrne, B as in boy, Y-R-N-E. I live at 4510 South Union Road, right across from the cemetery. And I think everybody here has pretty much hit on all the things I could say. I am opposed to it. I know several people in the area and several people who aren't here who are also opposed. You know, there's no way that Ellerton is going to be able to support a Dollar General. We can't do it. We're not going to be able to do it. So what are they wanting to do? Bring in other people? Are other people going to come? I don't know. Right down the road next to the beverage dock is a home that has a big, that has a big sign on it that says, "We'll build to suit." Okay? Why not go there? I mean, if they want, you know, there's a building right there. So, you know, I don't understand why you have to go into an area that is residential and make changes. Sure, there's little businesses that run outside of the homes. Those don't add any traffic. Nobody even knows they're there, okay? So the other thing I want to say and was touched on is Dollar General and the way they treat their employees is not great. Not great. There are lots of people who are leaving Dollar General because they're treated so poorly. So I don't think that is a good business to come in. And again, I agree. We need to help the local businesses. We don't need to have another multi-million-dollar business like Dollar General. There's plenty of them around. And, you know, we can go stop at Beverage Dock, get some milk, get some bread. You know, hopefully, we might have a little restaurant there, and that would be great for us. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Thank you very much for your consideration, and I hope you will seriously consider denying this request. Thank you.
Did I have Kathy McClearly?
Kathy McKelvey. I live at 6952 Germantown Pike. The proposed site for the Dollar General has a house behind it that belongs to the owner that is selling to the Dollar General. I am the next house down from that. I have put probably about $20,000 into making my little tiny 750 square foot house beautiful. And from everything I've read, our property values could drop 16 to 21% if a Dollar General moves in. I live alone. My husband passed away, and I don't want to be afraid. I've said that when I was here the last time when I spoke. If you have to put in a turn lane, I understand that Moraine owns from maybe the middle of the road into my yard. So the tree that I planted when I first moved there in 2005 is beautiful. And if you put in a turn lane, I lose part of my front yard where all my flowers are, where all my neighbors come to see me, my grandbabies come. I don't want big signs up where I've got neighbors directly across the street. They won't even be able to see the stars at night. I don't want semi-trucks doing the big loud brake noises if we put in a traffic light there. I think we do need something there, maybe a caution light, because we have wrecks there all the time. I hear them from my home. And, oh no, it just hurts me to think I have put this much money into my home and tried to make it something really nice. And there's all this, just like Ernestine said, down where the beverage place is and the drive-through, there's plenty of room there to put a Dollar General. And it would give us all another place to go. And I mean, we love being in the country. That's why I'm there. So that's really all I have to say. I oppose it totally, completely. I oppose it. Thank you for listening.
Could we have O. Al Garrison come to the podium? State your name and your address, sir.
Yes, Garrison, and I own 6844, and we are still under oath, correct? Because I'm hearing a lot of things that I question, okay? I own 6844. I own 300 yards south of that location. I own 400 yards north of that location. I own a quarter of a mile east of that location. And the guy across the street owns 5 acres that he has recently asked to be rezoned B1 and has no problem with a Dollar General. There was an opposition group that formed when I told them that I was going to try to put in a Dollar General to replace an abandoned farmhouse. When you Google how to stop a Dollar General, it tells you to do 3 things. First one, talk about traffic safety. And that's all they've talked about, traffic safety. I have 100% confidence in the city of Moraine that you can control the traffic in Moraine. You just put a Wawa in the busiest intersection in Moraine. This group was so effective in getting organized and talking to people that they convinced your planning board to forward a recommendation to lower the speed limit to 40 miles an hour without ever having a traffic engineer even do a study to see if there's a problem or what the best solution is. The second thing it tells you to do is talk about prices to your home to go down. This argument equates to the same as arguing that the property around the Dayton Mall dropped in value because the Dayton Mall went in. It didn't. It all increased. The third thing it tells you to do is talk about how it affects local businesses. There are no local businesses that or a Dollar General, a grocery store within 3.7 miles. The drive-through they are talking about sells beer and cigarettes. Occasionally, they have milk. They might be planning something in the future, I don't know. But right now, if you want beer or cigarettes, you could go there, but you can't get any groceries. A fourth element creeped into this group. When my tenant asked one of them why they were opposed to Dollar General, he was told by the guy that they didn't want black people from the west side coming down and invading their area. I don't understand that thought process. So I am here to ask you to help me mitigate a problem. The house at 6844 can be an eyesore. I'm asking you to rezone it B1 so Dollar General can tear it down quickly and rebuild a brand-new retail discount outlet. The information that you were given about Dollar General, I would suggest you ask Mr. Allen, who represents Dollar General, if that is true or not. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else wishing to speak? Nope. Then we will. Yes. Yeah.
I guess I'm
Just
part
state
of-
your name again, please.
Ernestine Byrne, B-Y-R-N-E, 4510 South Union. I guess I'm part of that group, and I have never heard anyone say anything derogatory about black people. I just want to clear the record on that. I don't know who told him, but I know my neighbors, and I have never, and if I knew anyone was like that, I would call it out in a heartbeat. That just bothers me, because racism is something we cannot condone. Thank you.
Okay, now at this time, we are going to close the public hearing, R-03-20225. Zoning district change from R2 to B1 at 6844 Germantown Pike, and additional land.
Mr. Daugherty?
Well, I guess, wait, I didn't ask if anybody had any comments or questions from council, sorry. Buddy?
I have one. The beverage dock and these other businesses, do they not have semis delivering things? How do they get their merchandise? Can someone answer that? Yes.
Can you please come to the
Yeah,
microphone,
come to the
please?
State your name and address.
So my name is Pam Crabtree. I'm 6729 Germantown Pike, which I find interesting because my house isn't on this, and I am on the other side of that field. So to answer your question, okay, about that, they have straight trucks pull in. It's not a semi. It's not an 18-wheeler. It is a straight truck, similar to a U-Haul, that delivers his items to him every day. Why? Because I follow that in every morning on my way to work. He has quite a large area where they pull in, coming off of Route 4 or onto Farmersville, West Carrollton Road. So he has a huge area to pull in. So the straight truck pulls in, pulls to the back, pulls back out on Route 4 at the light.
Thank you. Oh, you have to come back.
I understand what she just said.
You have to
Sir,
come
can you
to
come
the podium. You have to give your name and your address.
My name is Orpheus Garrison, and I own 6844. The drive-through sells beer and wine. I own a bar. Beer and wine is delivered by a commercial truck, so maybe she hasn't seen it. So they would have commercial traffic coming in and out, and they do have a place where they can pull off, but they would be using Route 4. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I was just asking if I had a chance to.
Your name, please.
Sure, I'm Josh Allen, I'm the applicant. I just had a question if I'm able to rebuttal or have a chance to speak at the end of this before you do a final vote. I don't know your procedures, but There were a few things said, and I'd just like to clear the air or provide some more details on some of these items. So first of all, I hope everyone understands and will keep in consideration, this is a zoning request. We're not talking about a development plan, a business use specifically. In fact, in the city code, it actually does not even require a brand be required as part of an application for a rezone. It's just, this is the use. So the use in this case is a neighborhood retail business that sells everyday goods and it sells grocery type food items. So I just want to clear the air on that. That's really what this meeting is for. It's what the planning commission meeting was supposed to be for as well. But there was a lot of specific conversation regarding Dollar General, which really isn't part of this application at all. So, however, since that's been discussed, I'm happy to discuss those things. So the one thing I'd like to bring up is a lot of conversation and discussion about lighting or pollution or things like that. I don't really know where pollution comes into play at all, but lighting, I'm sure in your code, just like every other building code that's out there in the entire state right now, requires a 0-foot candle at the lot line light levels. So which means the lighting on this property will be at a 0-foot candle level, which means basically no light at the property line. That's a requirement. It's an LED light that goes on all these types of buildings, every kind of building basically these days, and it points down. It's not an out-facing light, it's shielded and is down. So lighting really isn't a factor here. Someone mentioned there aren't trees. Well, clearly in their pictures there are trees. In fact, this next slide shows it pretty well. There's lots of trees that will remain there. So this, again, was specifically chosen to be as minimally impactful to everyone surrounding it as possible, including the property owner directly across the street who would be the most impacted, who actually has requested the business zoning as well for his property and has no problem with this going in. So you gotta kind of think of that too. There's also been those previously mentioned emails that are in support of this. Those emails also speak to how great it would be to have a business that close to home so I can quickly get goods. And boy, it'd be great to just be able to pop in and out on my way home and to work. So those are other things that weren't discussed here because those people just submitted it by email. Truck and delivery, that's the last thing we were just hearing about. A store like this has one 18-wheeler a week for delivery. And so the rest of the time, it could be a small box truck.
I'm sorry, your 3 minutes are up.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, council, do we have any comments or discussion? Any questions for the people? Okay. Now, the public hearing concerning case R-03-2025- zoning district change from R2 to B1 at 6844 Germantown Pike, and additional land that is adjourned, is closed at this time, 6:43.
Mayor, can you have a motion and a roll call on to close the
Motion
public
and
hearing
roll
for
call.
that one?
Need a motion and to close the meeting.
I'll make the motion to close the meeting.
The public hearing.
Public hearing. Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Daughtery,
Yes.
Ms. Allen,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes. Thank everyone for appearing. We are now going to go on to our other public hearings that we have.
The mayor's asked me, for those in the audience, to understand what will happen is that the committee of the whole, which immediately follows this meeting, however, we do have another 6 to 7 public hearings on text amendments. At the committee of the whole, the city planner will bring up, and then council will vote to move legislation forward, they have to push that forward, and then they would actually not take a vote on it until the next regularly scheduled meeting, which I don't have that. You know what day that may be, Mayor?
The 9th.
The 9th, that will be October 9th. And if you have any questions in the interim, you can reach out to me. I'm Mike Davis, City Manager, or Nick Cerise, our City Planner, who came up to present the case. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming.
Public hearing TA-02-2025, MCO 521.07 fences.
I would like to open the public hearing. So I would like a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll make a motion that we open the public hearing on TA-02-2025-MCO 521.07 fences.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtery?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. Okay, I would like to call the public hearing to order concerning TA-02-2025 MCO 52107 fences at 646. Staff report, please.
All right. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Regarding TA-02-2025, this is a rather shorter text amendment section regarding fences in section 521.07, in which clarity is needed for fence requirements. The Ohio Building Code requires any fence over 6 feet in height to have a building permit, and that's language that we would like to add into the Moraine codified ordinances. This also clarifies that spiral barbed wire is not permitted on any fence in any district within the city of Moraine. 3-strand barbed wire maximum is still permitted in industrial districts. Anywhere else will require a variance through the Board of Zoning Appeals. If a business that currently has barbed wire fencing that has been damaged and needs repair, so for an example, say a car drove through the Shears fence, for instance, and they need to repair it, and they have barbed wire, they wouldn't need to go through a variance process or anything like that. They would be able to just replace the fence simply, how it used to look and everything. So this section, along with the other sections highlighting fences, states that the fences cannot display rust or damage. And if there are any questions on that, I am more than happy to help answer. Thank you.
Council has any questions? Oh, is there anyone opposed to this or for this? Oh, I don't hear any. Okay, I would like to, a motion to close this public hearing, TA-03- no, wait a minute. TA-02-2025-MCO 521.07 fences.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtery?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
TA-03-2025, MCO 1181.04, standards for accessory building and uses in residential and agricultural districts.
I would like to make a motion to open the meeting for the public hearing to order concerning TA-03-2025-MCO 1181.04, standards for accessory buildings and uses in residential and agricultural districts at 649.
I'll make a motion to open the hearing as the mayor said. I'm not gonna repeat that whole thing.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mr. Daughtry?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. Staff report.
Thank you. So in TA-03-2025, regarding Moraine Codified Ordinances, Section 1181.04, titled Standards for Accessory Buildings and Uses in Residential and Agricultural Districts. Essentially, this is a touch-up again on the fencing ordinance changes we were trying to make uniform throughout the Moraine Codified Ordinances. Barbed wire and electrical fencing are not permitted in residential or agricultural zone properties. However, sharp-pointed and barbed wire fencing is permitted in agricultural districts only for the use of keeping animals enclosed in an area. And battery charged fencing, which is something we do not have in our ordinances at all. On July 21st, 2022, House Bill 397 passed regarding battery charged fences being allowed within the state of Ohio. So that is something that we are trying to adopt in our ordinances as well. The battery charged fencing is not permitted in non-residential districts. Is permitted in non-residential districts and agricultural districts upon the issuance of a zoning permit and shall comply with the Ohio Revised Code 3781.1011. In this section, I wanted to highlight that the addition of corner lots, double frontage lots, and reverse corner lots and their fencing requirements are added as regulations as they were not in the code prior. There are examples of these types of lots in your packets where you kind of see the different styles and neighborhoods. This code addition helps provide authority and specifications for these style lots and their fence requirements, as the fence will have to either be 8 feet away from the street side lot line or aligned with the house if it's on a corner lot. So for example, say if you're in a newer neighborhood or you own a house that has a quarter acre, a big lot, you want to put a fence in your backyard. We'll just say Pinnacle Ridge for an example. We don't want the fence to go all the way to the sidewalk. We want to at least have some sort of, openness there. That way you're not restricting right-of-way intersections and adding site impairment, and it adds a cleaner look as well to the neighborhoods. So we decided to go with 8 feet or more off the lot line that faces the street, or you can align it with the house. And the reason I added that language for aligning with the house is, say if you're in an older neighborhood, we can say the Moraine West Platte or Miami Shores, or say the Ellery and Fulton neighborhoods if you're on a corner lot. A lot of those houses, they're very close to the sidewalk, closer than 8 feet. So we don't want to make them have to stick a fence 8 feet from their side lot line and it's in the middle of their back family room doors or something. They can align it with their house and make it uniform and look nice. So that's sort of where that language is coming from, and that's a goal that we're trying to aim for, both from a zoning enforcement and to have provisions for neighborhoods and their fencing. Let's see here. And that pretty much wraps up my staff report regarding TA-03-2025. And if there are any questions, I am more than happy to help answer them.
I have one.
Yes.
Electric fences, does that include dog fences that people put underground to keep their pets in their yard?
It does not, no. So this is a battery charged fence, and the funny thing is, now that in the Ohio Revised Code, it's still gonna be the same number and everything. They're coming up with a new updated version on September 30th. But essentially, you have to build a regular fence. An example would be Copart, how they have that big white fence going across. And then a couple feet back, they have a battery charged fence, and you have to have the posting of battery charged fence, electrical fence, warning, voltage, some sort of language that warns people. So you can look at Copart as an example of a battery charged fence. So that's what that covers. But in terms of dog fencing, it doesn't have any effect on that or anything.
Just wanted to clarify. I didn't see where it would be a problem, but
Yep,
I'll clarify it.
yep, we have no issue at all with that, so.
Yeah, 'cause most people won't even know that that battery charge fits it there unless they're wearing the dog's collar.
Yep, yep, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? So, now I'm gonna need a motion to close public hearing TA-03-2025-MCO 1181.04 standards for, no, we're on the, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, standards for accessory buildings and uses in residential and agricultural districts.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing on TA-03-2025-MCO 1181.04, standards for accessory buildings and uses in residential and agricultural districts.
That's 6. Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Dodgery?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes, that's at 6:56.
TA-04-2025, MCO 1181.05, standards for accessory buildings and uses in conservation business and industrial districts.
I would like to have a motion to open the public hearing to order concerning TA-04-2025-MCO 1181.05, standards for accessory buildings and uses in conservation, business, and industrial districts at 6:56. Staff report, please.
Thank you.
We have to have a motion and vote to open.
Make a motion to open the public hearing?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dodgery?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
I'm good to go. Okay. Thank you. So for TA-04-2025, referring to Moraine Codified Ordinances, Section 1181.05, standards for accessory buildings and uses in conservation, business, and industrial districts. In this section, we're mainly aiming at business and industrial districts. And again, it's kind of similar to where we're mentioning fencing and such as we did in the previous public hearing. So this is to bring provisions to business districts and industrial districts with several additions, such as the Ohio Revised Code 378.1011, battery charge fencing being permitted in non-residential districts with a zoning permit, height requirements of fencing in business and industrial districts, which would be B1 and B2 districts, to not exceed 6 feet in height for side and rear yards, and not exceed 4 feet in height for front yards. So that's something new that we're wanting to add to the Moraine Codified Ordinances. And with industrial fencing, M1 and M2, we're looking at that they shall have fence height proposals approved by the Community Development Department prior to any building or zoning permits being issued. We also added the setback requirements along right-of-ways and sidewalks in business and industrial districts to be approved by the Community Development Department to ensure proper safety and not to have sight impairment, especially at corners and intersections, as they do vary from location to location throughout the city. So this is essentially just to add a little bit more clear language to the business and industrial districts on their fencing requirements. And we're trying to also, just similar to what I mentioned earlier, not have fencing right on their lot line, right by the sidewalk, where it causes sight impairments. So you notice there are some intersections in the city where, I don't know, 50, 60 years ago, fences were put in there, and you have no turn on red. It causes a lot of issues. And we also just want to make sure that everything is properly safe with our city engineer and zoning administrator as well. So that's what our goal is, and if there's any questions, I'm more than happy to help answer.
Do you have any questions? Is there anyone for or against this? Okay. Then I need a motion to close this public hearing concerning case TA-04-2025-MCO 1181.05 standards for accessory buildings and uses in conservation, business and industrial sites, and would be adjourned at 7 o'clock. Motion, please.
I'll make a motion to close the current public hearing.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mr. Donnery?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
TA-06-2025, new MCO section, mobile food vendors.
I would like to open this public meeting with a roll call to order concerning TA-06-2025 new MCO section mobile food vendors at 7:01. Need a motion?
Make a motion to open this public hearing?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Donnery?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes.
Thank you, council. So TA-06-2025, this is a very lengthy ordinance, so I'm trying to get added in. This will be going into supplemental regulations if approved, which is Chapter 1185. I did provide at your seats what the Planning Commission wanted to omit from the language. It's on page 4 of that document. And I also noticed that there's a correction needed on letter C, number 3, to read 1185.23 instead of 1185.32. So that's something that would be changed as well in the language in the final legislation. So the whole reason for this is food trucks are very popular in the city of Moraine. We do not have anything regulating them at all in our ordinances. We have nothing regarding food trucks, if they're allowed, if they're not allowed, what they need to have, and so on. So I did extensive research with surrounding jurisdictions, general food truck provisions, worked with Martina a lot on this, and this was a very in-depth section that I think will help guide us with food trucks. Currently, I hold on to the files for the food trucks that are out currently. They have a peddler's license. They have to go get background checked and go through a very lengthy process. So this is kind of to help speed things up. They do have to get a food truck permit through the city of Moraine. Let's see here. It generally just outlines the overall provisions, fees, tax requirements, penalties, and the overall safety of food trucks, because we want food trucks to be safe for both the operator as well as the public. Let's see here, something else that we wanted to touch on is, we want to make sure that they have proper legal standing grounds to be where they are, where they can be located. Make sure that, we can have an investigation on these food trucks if needed, if there's any sort of questioning or something happening. So that's something else that this language does help with the Moraine Codified Ordinances. If there's any questions about it, please let me know. And then one other thing too, this does not affect like one-day events or anything like that where a food truck comes in. So if a food truck wants to come in for like a kid's party or something, or they want to go to a local business for an event, or even for a weekend, 3 days or less, if they just, they don't have to pay a fee or anything. They will need to do a permit, but if they want to get registered with us, but they don't have to pay a fee or anything. So if there's any questions, I'm more than happy to help answer them.
So this is primarily for the ones that want to set up at a location.
Correct. Yeah. So you see them a lot at a lot of local gas stations and strip mall parking lots and everything else. So we just want to make sure that there's sanitary regulations in there, health regulations, and that they're at a proper location. We can approve the location, and it just helps kind of bring it into our Moraine codified ordinances overall. So, yes.
I see this, says they have to get I saw someplace, I thought, a health permit through the city. They also have to have one through the county.
Through the, Montgomery County. It is in there. It is in, because we did have that question at Planning Commission, and it is in there, if I can pull it up here.
Why would they have to have one from the city if they've already got one from the county? I guess that's my question.
If you look at letter F, on the first page, letter F there in section B, a valid copy of all licenses or permits required by the County of Montgomery, the State of Ohio, and any subsidiary enforcement divisions thereof. So there would be county being involved in this.
So
and
they would
everything.
not have to get one from the city.
They would, for saying.
They would not have to get a health permit.
Correct. It would be
Okay.
coming from Montgomery County, so
Right, 'cause
that's where they.
already- Okay, they
Yep.
already would have had all
Yep.
that.
So, yeah, it wouldn't be coming from Moraine or anything,
Okay.
so, yep.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions or anything?
I see food trucks going to multiple locations within the city. So how would that be handled? They might go to 6 or 7 locations.
Is it like a food truck that's going like day to day, changing locations and everything like that?
They usually go around lunchtime.
Like D-Max, Heidelberg, we see them
Oh,
set up at those
the-
places.
Are you talking about if they come for like a lunch event or something?
Yes.
Or something like that?
They go there just for people to buy lunch.
Yeah, that's no issue at all, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, yep. So this is more so for the long-term food trucks that we have. That's what we're aiming at. The ones that stay there long-term, they may be hooked up to electric or such, and the gas stations and the strip mall parking lots is what we're mainly aiming at.
These trucks would have already had the permit from the county, right?
Yes, correct. Yep.
Talk about food trucks similar to the ones on 741 in the store parking lots.
Yes.
That's the strip malls, yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, so.
And Nick, is the cutoff time 3 days before they would need the full permit with payment and everything involved?
They would switch over to 6 months. After, they would have to get a 6-month permit if they do go past the 3 days, so.
Is there any concern with maybe somebody bouncing from location to location every 3 days?
That's something that we would probably have to, as long as they have permission from the landowner, we'd probably have to meet with them and see what they're doing and everything, talk about their plan and what they're doing. As long as they have permission from the landowner and everything, and if they do change location from day to day, then, you know, we would need to get a permit, and get all the, everything outlined in there, health department and everything. Now, they wouldn't have to pay a fee if they move. That's kind of like a little
Right.
silver lining, I guess, in that, because they're only in one location for a day, and then they switch to another location, then to another location, so. This is more so, and I haven't really noticed that too much. If it's something that you do see a lot, just let us know.
I just wonder if it becomes something as we're, you know, instating this stuff too.
Right.
It was just if you had any forethought on that.
Right, and, you know, if things did come to that manner, we would just have them fill out the applications, that we have them on record with the city. They're registered as a food truck operator with the city, and they're aware of the regulations and everything. But if they bounce around day to day, I mean, they're gonna have to get, as long as they have permission from the landowner to be there, then they're fine. But if, you know, it's something we would probably, it'd be a special situation that we would have to sit down and talk with the owner of it, so, yeah.
Thank you.
I completely understand what you mean by that, because there are, just like any code, there's some sort of way to
Right.
get
To
around
wiggle.
it, so.
Wiggle room.
There's wiggle room in everything, so, yes. Thank you for your questions.
Okay. I would need a motion to close the public hearing
We need
concerning.
opponents or proponents, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Mayor.
is there anyone wanting to speak for or against this? Would like to close, a motion to close the public hearing concerning case TA-06-2025-new MCO section mobile food vendors. It's
I'll
adjourned
make a motion.
at 7:10. Roll call, please.
Miss Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Daughtery,
Yes.
Miss Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Bichette,
Yes.
Miss Witt,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
TA-07-2025, MCO 1412.02, parking, introduction of gravel pads and provisions.
I would like to, I need a motion to open this public hearing concerning TA-07-2025-MCO 1412, parking, introduction of gravel pads and provisions at 7-Eleven.
I'll
Make
make
a
a motion
motion.
that the public hearing be open regarding what the mayor just outlined.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Miss Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Daughtery,
Yes.
Mr. Bichette,
Yes.
Miss Witt,
Yes.
Miss Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes. Staff report, please.
Thank you, council, and I appreciate you staying in there for me. TA-07-2025 refers to Moraine Codified Ordinances, Section 1412.02, titled Parking. This text amendment is for the introduction of allowing a gravel pad in the side and/or rear yard only for the purpose of parking only one vehicle, one recreational vehicle, and one utility trailer, along with the provisions for a zoning permit to be issued. This section also prohibits new gravel driveway installation or driveway additions with gravel, which ends up damaging, which is something that we're looking at. It's been damaging the roads further. It does risk more trip hazards in neighborhoods of people walking, more cracked windshields from people driving and shooting rocks back. In the Moraine Codified Ordinances, businesses cannot have parking lots that are gravel. They must be concrete or asphalt. This text amendment and section does not apply to permitted agricultural uses. This is to help especially with areas of limited parking on the street and driveway to have the ability to have a properly installed gravel pad for the types of vehicles I listed. As shown on the text amendment, you'll see that a weed barrier must be installed along with the perimeter edging of wood, block, or cement. This is simply to add an option, as these have become popular in recent years. After researching ways for residents to not park on grass and have an option besides the cost of a concrete pad. It is a very DIY to complete this type of project, which is what we're trying to aim for and help residents find ways of parking. However, they will need to get through a zoning permit and engineering review as well. So if there are any questions about this, I'm more than happy to help answer. I do want to clarify, if there are current gravel pads out there, they don't have to change at all. They're grandfathered in. Now, if you choose to put in a new driveway or put an addition on the driveway, you will have to go through the Board of Zoning Appeals if you do want to keep gravel there. But essentially, we're just trying to eliminate gravel driveways for the damage of roads and infrastructure.
So right now, boats and campers,
Correct.
where can they park? To clarify for
That's,
Currently, they can park in the driveway. They can park in the side yard or the rear yard as long as they are on a concrete pad or a gravel pad. We did try to, at Planning Commission, try to recommend a ordinance change for recreational vehicles, utility vehicles, or any type of trailer to be parked either at the side or rear yard. But those got tabled, so they were not brought before council at all, so.
But under no circumstances are they allowed to be parked in the street, right?
Unattached, no, or anything, yes. Yep.
is there a time limit if they park on the street?
48 hours. If I'm, Chief
Not
Richardson,
6
is that correct? 48
Yeah.
hours? Yes. So, yep.
Okay. And they have to be attached to something, not just sit, even though they have a license plate on them, they have to have They have to be attached to a vehicle? Okay.
Yep. So,
Anybody else?
If the street is dead end, does that change anything?
if the street is dead end.
If it's
for-
a dead-end street and it's parked on a dead-end street?
Oh, like someone parked a trailer on a dead-end street. I mean, technically it is in a right-of-way and everything and on a public road, so I would say that would have to have, it would still remain with the 48-hour
rule.
requirement and
Okay,
everything,
just
so.
making sure everything's uniform here.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for your questions.
Okay, is there anybody for or against this public hearing? Don't hear any. So I will need a motion to close the public hearing concerning case TA-07-2025-MCO 11412, parking, introduction of gravel pads and provisions. And this is adjourned at 7:16.
I'll make a motion to close the current public hearing.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Ms. Allen,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Mr. Donnery,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes.
TA-08-2025, MCO 505.08, cruelty to animals.
I make a motion to open the public hearing.
Wait. I need a motion to open the public hearing concerning TA-08-2025-MCO 505.08 cruelty to animals at 7:16.
Yeah, I make a motion to open the public hearing.
You've heard the motion. Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus,
Yes.
Mr. Donnery,
Yes.
Mr. Burchett,
Yes.
Ms. Witt,
Yes.
Ms. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Murphy.
Yes. And now staff
Right.
report, please.
Thank you. We are in the home stretch of public hearings, so I appreciate your patience and everything. So TA 08-2025 refers to the Moraine Codified Sections 505.08 titled Cruelty to Animals Generally. So the text amendment addition is to include all animals to this list and businesses that houses animals, as these establishments are to comply to proper care and nutrients to animals, including amphibians, birds, fish, mammals, and reptiles. This gives the ability for the city of Moraine to investigate any wrongdoing, as we have had an incident in the past where our hands were tied from further investigation due to our ordinances with a pet store. This helps to ensure the safety of all animals within the city of Moraine, especially those that hold animals such as pet stores. And this also would help with having the Humane Society get involved if there were any wrongdoings at, say, could be a pet store or a kennel or something like that. But that's why we included every single animal listed on here, because we have had that issue in the past. So if there's any questions, I'm more than happy to help answer. Thank you.
You said every single animal. Even a spider?
Well, it would be, actually a spider or a fly or anything like that does not fall under the categories. The categories would be an amphibian, bird, fish, mammal, or reptile. So it's what you see commonly like in pet stores and everything to purchase or to have as a pet or anything like that. So it
And
would.
if it's in your backyard, it's fair game.
No,
It's a snake. If it's a snake, it's not gonna stay in my backyard, I'm sorry.
I'll say if there's nothing seen and you plead the fifth, then you're all good, so.
Okay.
But I will not comment further on that one.
Not gonna even enforce that against my boxer. She thinks groundhogs are fair game.
I would like that too.
Yes.
How about chipmunks?
Yes.
They do
Because
fall.
I've seen people shoot them on purpose.
Yeah, so, I mean, people trap mice and chipmunks all the time, so. The main point of this is the reasoning behind it came from a business that houses animals. And so that's why this text amendment came into action. So that's kind of like what we're kind of looking at with this text amendment. Say if a pet store has lizards and snakes and, I don't know, they have dogs, cats, fish, and they don't give the proper nutrients to them, and they're just constantly dying off and everything. That's what we're looking at. And we've had that instance last year, and our hands were tied because we didn't have an ordinance for it. So this is to help with investigating pet stores and businesses that house animals. So that's the main push and background of it, if that helps.
Well, I promise you, if I buy any kind of reptile, I will take care of it.
I trust you 100%, Shirley, trust me.
Otherwise, if I see one in my backyard, I'm calling you.
That's fine, that's
I'll come
fine.
over and pick it up. The poor snake,
Call me,
garter
Shirley.
snakes
I'll
out of
come
my
get 'em.
garage, I just pick them up and carry them outside and deposit them outside.
Well, up to this point, I didn't have any problem killing them. But
Yeah. But like I said, it's more aimed at businesses, so
Is that-
that's what
is
we're
that
aiming
too
at.
much information?
No. Now, what you do in your own home, we wouldn't know about or anything.
Thank you.
So if that helps clear up the
That
language.
clears it up.
Whatever you do in your own home
It's in my
is
yard.
fair game, but this is more so if someone reports something at a business, then we need to get involved with it, so.
But if
yeah.
you see
Mr.
someone
Doherty?
mis-
Oh,
If you see someone mistreating a dog in their own home, isn't that wrong?
It is. We do already have that in the
well, that-
ordinances,
yes.
so
That's different than
it would
a
get
snake.
reported.
But this is basically only pet stores, not.
That's what it's aiming at, it's
Do we
business
have a
and
pet
pet stores.
store or a store selling pets in Moraine?
We do. We have
Walmart,
Gerber's,
maybe?
we do have Gerber's, and then we have many kennels and dog grooming businesses, especially along Springboro Pike.
Yeah.
But Gerber's is right there behind Insignia. It's kind of hidden back there, so. Mr. Daugherty, I know you had a
Nick,
question.
Can you explain how our hands were tied before and the need for this specific wording for the legislation?
I will say how it came about is there was a business that had there were several amphibians, lizards and different types of amphibians that I probably cannot pronounce the name of, and many fish and several other animals. There were rabbits and everything else. We got a report that they were not being fed properly. They didn't have the nutrients. They didn't have access to proper nutrients. And it was the store also had some other sanitary issues that needed to be investigated. And the Humane Society was to get involved. But in order for the Humane Society, when we sat down with them, they need an ordinance in order to investigate with us a store or something.
And what we
if-
had previously was
we-
not.
We
was
could
not
not,
good enough?
we could not move forward with it. Otherwise, it's calling the owner and saying, hey, you cannot do this. But if we actually have something that's legal language in there to enforce it, then it helps, say Brent or I or Ben Lynch go into a pet store, and because we got a report of it, we can tell them, hey, you need to stop doing this. It's actually a ordinance 505.08, and, it's a violation of the City of Moraine ordinances.
Would we need to maybe partner with the Humane Society as far as legalities or maybe necessary nutrients for these animals?
We would partner with, we would just meet with them essentially and then go into an investigation if needed. But in order for that investigation to happen, we just have to have the legal language for them to be able to do that.
All right.
So they would help us out and everything and help out the store, so,
Yeah.
yep,
Helping them in return here.
correct,
Thank
yes.
you.
Are there any other questions or anything? I guess, one last thing, I just want to thank everyone for their patience throughout this public hearing. I'd like to thank everyone that was involved with this text amendment project. We kind of started this last year, me, Mike Davis, Brent Carpenter, Lauren Alvarado, Ben Lynch, Beth Waters also helped out as well, and Martina for all of her legal assistance with putting this together. So I just wanted to thank you all very much for your help and help guiding the future for Moraine with these text amendments. So thank you.
Now, I will need a motion to close the public hearing.
I'm sorry, Mayor, we need to ask.
Yes. Is there anyone against or for this public hearing at this time? No? And I need a motion to close the public hearing concerning case TA-08-2025-MCO 505.0A cruelty to animals is adjourned at 7:25.
I'll make a motion to close the current public hearing.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Daugherty?
Yes.
Ms. Witt?
Yes.
Mr. Burchett?
Yes.
Mayor Murphy?
Yes. Now we will go into reports from the following. The Finance Committee, anything to report?
No report, thank you.
Finance Director, anything to report?
Yes, Mayor. My August finance report is included in your packet, but I also wanted to add that last Wednesday through Friday, I had the opportunity to attend the Ohio Government Finance Officers Association Conference, and it was a lot of great, useful information, and I have lots to review and digest and see what we can apply here. And I just thank you for the opportunity to attend. That's all. Thank you.
Committee of the Whole, anything to report?
Yes, our last committee of the whole meeting was on September 11th, and there is a committee of the whole meeting following this meeting this evening. Thank you.
City Manager, anything to report?
Mayor, you have the written report. I can answer any questions if there are any. If not, I just wanted to let you know that the city is considering spraying for mosquitoes again, as we did last year. We're looking to do that in the coming weeks. And I wanted to make sure that there was no opposition from council. I know that you were supportive last year, but I just wanted to make sure you'd be okay with us moving forward again.
Yes.
Okay?
Anything?
That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Law Director, anything to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
And for me, the only thing, I don't have anything to report at this time. Do we have any guest speakers? We have no business tonight. So now we have people appearing before council. Is there anybody in our staff that would like to come to the podium and talk? Up? You were just there. Should have stayed.
I actually want to give my condolences to our clerk of council, Karen Powell, on the passing of her brother. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to remind everybody to come out October 7th to our Safety Fest. It's going to be over at the shopping center on Springboro Pike. It's from 6 to 8, so come out and have some fun. Enjoy all the stuff we've got going on over there.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll go back through the list. City Manager, anything further to report?
I would also like to share my condolences with Karen on the loss of her brother, and then also Lieutenant Strong. We found out today that he also lost his father. Thank you.
Law Director, anything to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
Finance Director, anything further to report?
No, Mayor, thank you.
And we don't have a clerk of council. Aaron, anything to report?
No, just heads up, leaf collection's happening soon.
Okay, we will start. Tonight, we're going to start with Mr. Burchett.
No report, thank you.
Mr. Dougherty.
No report, Mayor Murphy, thank you.
Mr. Miller.
I just also echo condolences to Karen and Lieutenant Strong's family members who passed away.
Okay.
That's all, thank you.
Miss Allen.
Yes, I'd like to send out condolences to Karen and her family, and also for the firefighter, was it Strong?
Lieutenant Strong.
And his family.
Miss Marcus.
Yes, I attended First Year Suburbs last night with Mrs. Allen. It was on infill housing. It was interesting, but I don't think it's going to apply too much to Lorraine because mostly they're wanting to make smaller lots. And we really have plenty of small lots. I think the last study that was done showed we need some bigger homes because when people want to move in here to start businesses, they end up going to Oakwood and Centerville and stuff because we don't have much in the larger. And I hope to go to the next one in Van Day on the 22nd of October.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Ms. Witt?
Yes, I'd also like to send condolences out to Karen and also to Lieutenant Strong on the death of his father. And I can't believe nobody. Happy birthday, Dave.
That's on my
Can I-
list.
Can I tell how old you are?
No, because I'm 2 weeks older than him.
Yes, but Dave is 70 years old today, but,
He doesn't look
but
a day over 50.
He looks
when he was 65, we never thought he'd see this day, did we, Dave?
That's correct.
So,
Yes.
Resilient.
Shirley, thank you, and thank you everyone that has prayed for me through that
Amen.
cancer battle. I appreciate it.
And Dave also did a tremendous presentation to Marine Senior Citizens yesterday
Yes.
on the history of Marine.
Yes, he did. Is that all you have?
yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. And I would like to send my condolences to Lieutenant Strong on his father and on Karen on her brother passing. And Dave, I was going to say happy birthday.
Thank you.
I would also like to let people know that we are having our shredding event on the 4th of October. And it's going to be here at the Payne Rec Center from 9 to 11. 9 to 11 on the 4th. It's our shredding event. And I was also going to talk about the fire safety fest that for everyone to come to our Fire Safety Fest on the 7th. It's the first Tuesday of October. It's from 6 to 8, Springboro Pike. Shouldn't be able to miss it. There's going to be a lot of fire trucks there. And I would also like to remind people, because I've been seeing other cities, that we have our Christmas Smiles. And this is for giving for our families here in the city of Moraine. The online registration started on September the 17th, and it goes through October the 15th. You have to register online to participate. It's only open to Moraine residents. The adoption frame is open from October 29th to the November 14th. Drop-off for the donation is going to be October 30th through December 4th here at the Payne Rec Center. They're going to accept new toys, new clothes, gift cards, and money donations. All items must be new and unopened. So if anyone's thinking about giving to anybody, we have our Christmas smiles for this year. So if anyone would like to give for that. And I think that's about all I have. And at this time, I would like to thank the Miami Valley Communications Council for broadcasting this meeting live, as well as any future rebroadcasts. This regular council meeting is adjourned at 7:33.